start by introducing myself. My name is Laura Burford. I'm the Peregrine Falcon Project Coordinator. This is Melissa Gray and Tracy Hurst. These two ladies, along with Jenny Moses, are our hackside attendants, and they're the folks that are watching these birds from 6 in the morning till at least 9 o'clock at night and climbing up on stacks and all over these buildings, keeping track. Over here on the end is Bill Balda. He's District Wildlife Biologist for this region in the state, and he's been involved with our Falcon Project since it began in 1993. Well, to give you an update of where we are so far, we have already received 10 birds, and all 10 of our birds have come from South Dakota, with the exception of 2 of them came from Pennsylvania, and I've got their pictures up here. 5 birds have already been released. They were released when they were about 44, 45 days old, and we released the males first, and then the females. The reason we do this, the males mature a little bit faster. They were already airborne for a while. To our knowledge, 4 out of the 5 are doing great. We do have one that's missing. That's not unexpected this time. He's probably got himself up tucked away somewhere. We don't know what the prognosis is, but we're still holding out hope. The 5 birds that we have with us tonight are now at the point where the males are ready to be released and the females will probably be ready in a couple more days. So what we're going to do tonight is pull out all 5 of these birds and we're going to get them ready for release. What we're going to do, when they were put in the boxes, they were given a false transmitter, the tracking device that we use to follow them when they're airborne. We put a dummy one on them at first because they're naturally curious. They pick at it, destroy it. They tell me there's one up here that was destroyed or torn off. Yeah, this one was torn off before the thing even got out. So this is the one we let them beat up on. Tonight we're putting on the real unit. These are about $100 a shot. They last for about 2 weeks. The battery life's about 30 days, but one of them has already helped us out in the situation. We've been able to make rescues before, so they're definitely worth their weight in gold. We're going to put those on the birds tonight. And because when we got these falcons, they had a whole lot more downy feathers on them, the spray paint that we put on their wings to mark them has a lot of it worn off by now. So they're also going to get a second coat of paint tonight. One bird has yet to be banded because we ran out of bands and the birds came in early. So we've got one little bird that still has to get his hardware put on his ankles tonight, and we'll be putting them in their boxes after we're done here. We'll separate the males and the females. The males are scheduled to be released tomorrow, and then the females probably early next week. So what we're going to do is band the one bird that we have here. The radio transmitters go on next. And what we do, in the case of the radio transmitters, this little battery, it's just like a battery that you would use on some cameras that you have at home. We put that in place and that activates the transmitter. And this receiver is what our hackside attendants use to track these birds. You can tell it makes this beep. That's the beep that we follow all around until one of the birds gets in an area where there's too much bounce and we can't find it. That's always a challenge at a power plant. I've told you once these birds were extremely curious. We have to tape these batteries in place. If we don't tape them in place, the birds pick them out. We also fray the ends of the leather jesses on these things so the birds don't pull them off, pull the thread apart. They're designed to fall off after 2 weeks. We do this by cutting the leather jess in half that goes around their ankle and stitching it back together with regular sewing thread. And then when the sewing thread gets wet, it eventually deteriorates. So these things usually end up falling off in about 2 weeks. But we also have some thanks to say to some people that are here, of course, Kentucky Utilities. We have a wonderful hack site, wonderful new hack boxes, and I don't know how many members there are in this power plant. Somebody help me out. 245. We have now 245 plus honorary Falcon watchers is what's happened here. There has not been an instance where myself or one of the hack site attendants has ever wanted for anybody to help us out, whether it be, please get me up on the stack, please get me up on unit 2, how do I get here? Everybody's been really patient and wonderful at sighting the birds, so we're definitely thankful for that. Also, of course, want to recognize Randy Yoder and his son. They're both here from Spoon River Industries. These are the gentlemen that are responsible for donating our camera equipment that we have, and bless their hearts. Like I said last time, these Falcons aren't always nice to the camera equipment, but yet these gentlemen keep returning year after year to let us continually abuse these wonderful cameras that help us track the birds. And we're going to give Randy a chance to handle a Falcon tonight, and we'll understand be naming one of our Falcons. So Randy has a name for it, and we'll take that when it comes. Also, I want to recognize Mr. Craig Royce, who's sitting here in the front row. He is our Lexington Falcon Watch volunteer coordinator. And he is continually, since this project has begun in 1993, been solely responsible for reporting all of the Falcon sightings that we have in Lexington during the winter months, and also going out day after day to collect Falcon remains streets. So we know what our falcons are eating in downtown Lexington because of him. We are definitely appreciative of having him here and give him a shot at falcon wrangling too. So without further ado, we'll get started here. And lucky you, Melissa, you get to start off. Go for it. We'll try to announce these names as they pull them out. We do have names for all our birds that I'm not exactly sure what process we went through to get these, but they were all named by Kentucky Utilities personnel here. Even though we're not going to be releasing these birds for another couple days, again, these are the females, they have to mature a little bit longer. Even though we're waiting a little bit longer on her, we're going to go ahead and give her a transmitter rather than have to handle her a third time. We want to try to handle these birds as little as possible so they will not like us. Not that they do, but we want to try to not traumatize them if we can avoid it. Quite a bit when they'll start venturing over to the ash pond. Okay, you ready for paint? Okay. Everybody get a good look at her. We cover their head and their nose so they don't breathe it in. You can imagine it would be very nice. This stuff is non-toxic when it dries. And this helps us quite a bit. So see the size of the bands that I have up on the table. You can imagine that's not really easy to read from the distance. However, when they're in flight, you can see the wing paint quite well. And this helps us identify them. Even if they're perched, we use 4 different colors. We've used white, yellow, red, and this year green. The green's kind of a dud, so we haven't quite used the green as much as we have in the past. Blue has been another color we've used. Take her picture so we can get documentation of what they look like. Even though we have all this bands and these paint, you look at these birds long enough, and these ladies who watch them do, They look different. They have different degrees of striping on their head, different widths of their mustaches, or their stripes. I'll hold the feet for you. Okay. All right, that's okay. Then I'll do this one. First thing Bill's going to do is he's going to put on this gold band. This has a 8 to a 9-digit number on it. We put this on all of our Falcons. It's normally just regular aluminum. It's silver in color. The reason it's gold is it's been specially anodized. This identifies this bird as a bird that's being released in the Midwest project. The black and red band that we're going to put on this bird's other leg characterizes that bird as being from a hacking project in the eastern United States. In Canada and other countries where they've also released peregrines, they use different color bands. Sometimes they're purple, sometimes they're solid black, sometimes they're solid red. It all depends on what area they've been released from. So Randy, do we have a name for this bird?
Well, the best we could do is come up with the best of our friend, Asa Crane.
Oh my, I'll just spell that for you now.
Yes, Steve.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
This will be 242. It's not on there.
Yeah, I've got it there. Yeah. That's one thing. I was just writing it down for my knowledge. It didn't work? Oh, that's okay. They just. The other one's inside. I got it locked. It's all right. This bird is still back on the back. It has quite a bit of the bucket covering it. Some of them have washed off the back. Also, one of the things you guys can say here, with the slick head, they look different when you really can't tell it. Okay, now the black color. That's all right. Hello. Do that. There's not just a little box under the table. I think that's the transfer box. There's a little box under the table, Tracy, inside another box. An envelope with some rivets in it. Yeah, that should have the rivets. Pretty much good.
Dave said it must be too hard to drive.
Yeah. Dave, did you say that?
Shh,
Shame
Randy.
on you. Oh, no.
I didn't squeeze hard enough on mine.
Here it is.
Down there's quiet. see what you're recording right there? Like watching it off TV. It is. You can ESPN on it. So.
Red, white, I was on white, red, we need to check that, white or red. What we'll do is, oh, gonna bite me, thank you. We're gonna have to try to pull his wings out. The best thing to do is go to the clipper. Can you get a wing? Red and white. White first. White first. I've got it. Let's. It's not going anywhere. You don't know where the beak is. Bob. That must be his son.
He'd see what he was filming. Did today.
Oh, not Bob? All right, we'll do Bob first. Bob. Yeah, you knows it. You just hold that one and look at that. I never know when you use it. You all right, dude? All right.
This one is, Want to tell us the story behind Bob, Danny, Dave, Lenny? Let's start. All right. What colors we got on you, Bob? Yellow and red. That's, I remember we do this again just because this is fairly stressful on us. That's like the one I need to get pictures of. Now you can hang. Sounds like good. Oh man. What else was ripping camera? Oh gosh. Oh no. Wasn't it fancy? Bob, are you jinxing my stuff? It's the curse of Bob. I don't know. I felt this bird last time and it paint all over me and bites on my hands, and now the camera's not working. Okay, well, all right. Ready to put him up. I think they're green and yellow, but I'm not sure. I can't tell.
Yeah.
you got that? Like that. You can't have that. No. No. All right, we're ready to put him back in the kennel. Ladies down here, so all you need to do is just put him in there.
Mine just went in there and sat down. What in the heck was that all about?
Very good.
Someone at home.
Now from here, I understand, Danny, that we're okay to